Hey y'all, it's Debbie with Tailor by Debbie. And today I'm going to show you how to take these color your own ornaments from the Dollar Tree. And you're going to need, if you want to make 8 ornaments, you're going to need 1 pack of the ghosts and 2 packs of the hats. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these little ghost ornaments, and this one's got the center part still in there, which it doesn't matter on the ghost actually, but anyway, I poked it out. You're going to need 1 ghost for every 2 of the hats, and we're going to take this and turn it into gnome ornaments. All right, I've got some different colors of chalk paint that we're going to try. We've got mineral, Waverly Fern, Waverly Pumpkin, and then Waverly White. So the first thing I want to do is I want to paint my ghost on both sides. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we only have to paint from the mouth down because the rest of it's not going to show. Okay. And I'm going to try to leave the sides, well, I already got paint on it, so I'm going to go ahead and paint the side of it too for the beard. Okay, and we're just going to paint this side. All right, and I'm just going to kind of stand that up right here so it can dry on both sides. There we go. Let me get this side a little better. Right there. And we're just going to stand that one up. Okay, then on the hat, for the first one, I want to paint it this pumpkin orange color. Let me open it over my trash. There we go. Okay. I'm going to take a different brush, of course. And I'm going to paint my hat. And we're going to paint the entire hat on one side the pumpkin color. You only have to paint one side of each of these. Now you'll want to make sure you paint the opposite side orange. So you're going to have one hat going that way and one hat going that way, because we're going to put these back to back to cover up the ghost on both sides in case this spins around the ornament, that it'll have a hat instead of a ghost face on the back. Okay, so we've got those painted on each side. Okay, y'all, I went ahead and painted 2 coats of the orange on one side. It looks like we got a little bit of white on this one, so I'm going to go ahead and just paint over those little dots of white a little bit. But I painted 2 coats of the white on the side that's going to be on outside on the gnome, and that one looks okay. There's 2 coats, and then I painted 1 coat on the back side of the hats, and I just painted 2 coats of white onto the gnome beard on both sides of our ghost. Okay, and it looks like that white is just a little bit wet here on the side, so I'm just going to kind of wipe that off a little. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to assemble our ghost gnome. So as I said before, you're going to want one of the hats. Okay, and this is the finished side facing down, and then this is the finished side that'll be facing up. And we're going to place our ghost under here, and we're just going to use some hot glue. You can use wood glue, you can use hot glue, whichever kind of glue you want to use. But I'm just going to put some hot glue in a thin layer on the underside of my ghost here. And then I'm going to push him down. Okay, just making sure that his nose is not showing through on the back side. All right, then I'm going to turn this over, And what we're going to be doing is we want to try to line up that hat, okay? And we're going to glue it down. It's going to kind of line it up, look at it. And I'm going to put some glue. I'm going to get this down. Mash it together, and it's okay if some of the glue comes out. We can pick that off, y'all. We can just pick that off. But that way, if you peel it off while it's still a little bit warm, it is not hard at all to get off. That way we got it good and together. But doesn't this look like a little gnome? And look how easy that was to do, guys. Just some paint and a little bit of hot glue. All right, for the nose, I want to go ahead and glue this bottom part of the hat too. Let's go ahead and squirt some glue up under here. Mash that down. And then for the nose, what I want to show you, there's some different options that you can use for the nose. What I'm going to use today is some little pom-poms that I bought in a pack at the Dollar Tree. And they came with all different, and they came out around fall last year, so be on the lookout, because they usually put things back out from year to year. It had all different colors of these, dark greens, burgundies, browns, black, gray. But I pulled out the kind of the flesh tone ones, and I'm going to take one of these, and we're just going to hot glue it right here in the middle for his nose. But before I do that, I want to decorate his hat. And I've got some different ribbons that we can use here. And I just pulled out some fall colors that would kind of coordinate with what we've got going on here. And I think on this hat, I want to use the green. And I'm going to put it around his hat. And I'm going to go ahead and put it around from front to back. So I'm going to just take some scissors. And we're going to cut this across straight. Okay, then I'm going to take a little dab of hot glue, just kind of where a hat band would go. And I'm just going to glue it. And I got paint on my fingernails, y'all. I'm sorry. It's part of crafting. Come around to the front and come back around to the back, and then I'm just going to cut that off. I want to try to get it glued as evenly as I can on the back in case that this ornament spins around, because that's one reason we wanted to paint it on both sides, was so that it would have ribbon on both sides too, or design, or whatever you decided to put. So I'm just going to put some glue here on the underside of this end. Okay, got to work kind of quickly here because this will dry. Cool down and dry on you. Just pull it as tight as you can get it, and then mash it down. You have just a few seconds there to kind of manipulate it and get it straight. But y'all, isn't that cute? And then I'm just going to put his little nose on right here, and we have our little fall gnome ornament. Just put a dab of glue. Now, if you didn't have these, if you can't find these pom-poms, they also have these gold and silver balls out, and you could easily take one of these or one of this size right here and use that for the gnome as well. Okay, so don't get discouraged if you can't find these, and if you don't like the color, the gold or the silver, or you can't find gold and silver, these are little styrofoam balls. Buy whichever color you can find, and you can paint them whatever color you want their nose to be. But I just think this is so cute, so easy. If you use craft glue, this is a craft that you can do with your kids or your grandkids. Okay, now you can do some other things. I'm going to take and make a little square patch on his hat, and I'm just going to use a piece of this ribbon, and I'm going to try to cut out approximately a little square shape like so. And then we can take it, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and cut those edges off too, the edges of the ribbon, so it'll be more of a square instead of a rectangle. And you can sometimes, depending on the type of ribbon, take and fray it just a little bit on the edges. Just pull a few of the little threads off and it'll kind of make it look like a patch. Okay, and then you can just put it on the hat just a little bit crooked. I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue, and I'm going to try to spread it out over the back of this polka dot ribbon here. Pull off that excess. It's going over the edge. And then I'm going to put it on here kind of a little bit crooked, so it looks like a little diamond shape on his hat, but it matches. That is so cute, y'all. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue up under this ribbon right here, just to kind of hold it better in the front. Right there. Got some glue seeping out right here, just to kind of hold that down better. But y'all, I love this. These do come with these little hangers in the package, so we're going to take one of these, just untie that knot, and I'm just going to take one, we're going to thread it through that little hole. It should be easy to do, like that, and then we're going to just tie it, take the whole two pieces together and loop it under, and then pull those ends through the circle, and that's going to make a really tight knot that won't come undone. Okay, and now you have a little hanger for your ornament. Okay, so there's one. I'm going to go ahead and paint two of each color, so I need to pick one other color here. I think I'm going to go with a hazelnut for the other color. So these are going to be the four colors of my hats. I'm going to do two cups, paint two of each hat, paint my beards, and then I'll be right back. All right, y'all. So I went ahead and painted two coats of my hats for the outer surface, one coat for the under, and I went ahead and painted two coats on the front and the back of my ghosts. So I had a total of 8 ghosts and a total of 16 hats. I've already put the first one together, so I'm going to go ahead and assemble the other ones. Okay, y'all, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put our ribbons on them, and I went ahead and cut these pieces of ribbon. They're about 4.5 inches long. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this one very similar. I'm just gonna turn his hat the other direction. Now I'm gonna go ahead and speed up the video and just attach the ribbons, pom-poms for the noses, little hat patches, and the strings on the rest of the ornaments. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, now I'm gonna take my ornaments and we're going to string them onto this garland that I have, and you can use any garland that you have on hand. Beaded garland would work great too. We're just going to take these ornaments and we're going to come over these buffalo check beads. Okay, I like this because it has the black and white on it. It has the jute on it. I bought this after Christmas last year at Walmart. They had these. And I'm using it for a fall garland because I think it looks fall. Okay, so I'm just going to bring some of these on here. And I'm going to go every other color, and I'm going to do their hats every other one. Okay guys, now we have all of our little gnome ornaments on our garland. And what we can do next, I'm going to take a couple pieces of ribbon. I'm going to do 10 inches long of our little accent ribbons. We can always cut it a little shorter. I'm going to cut 2 of each. And I did not have enough of the orange, but I have this orange, which I think is close enough. So I'm going to cut 2 of these. Similar, but not exact. This one I did not buy at Hobby Lobby. Dollar Tree. I got this at Walmart. Offray. Pretty sure I bought this one at Walmart. But everything else I did get at the Dollar Tree. As far as ribbon. Okay, then we're just going to take these ribbons, and in no particular order, just going to go down and tie 1 knot. A couple on the end, and then, let's see, we'll skip a couple. Just going to tie some ribbon randomly going across the garland. It's just going to give it a little more interest, a little more texture, a little more color. All right, and that just gives our garland a little bit more color. You can come through and you can cut your ribbon at an angle on the ends. However you want to do it. You can cut dovetails if you want. On this thinner ribbon, I usually don't cut dovetails, and I don't usually angle my lace ribbons. I just kind of leave them straight across cut. And then the last thing that I did is I took my paint pens and I drew on some details on each ornament
made some hash marks, drew some plaid, put some polka dots on some. Just use your imagination and have fun with this part. Just wanted to make each one look unique and have a little bit more detail. I really hope you guys give this a try. And if you do, please take a photo and tag me in it so I can see how yours came out. This is really easy to do, guys. You can do this. And look how cute. So if you're not already subscribing to my channel, I would appreciate you subscribing and clicking the bell so you'll always be notified when I put up new content over here on YouTube. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think about it. Thank you so much for watching. And y'all remember, every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a new video is released. I'll see y'all next week.